proximity block, a mechanic which forces a character who is walking backwards to stop in place and attempt to block when your opponent attacks, instead of just continuing to walk backwards while trying to block. Games with proximity guard will glue you to a spot on the screen the instant the opponent attacks, even if the attack whiffs. The range where this happens is move dependent. For some moves, it can be half the length of the screen or more, while for other moves, it will be extremely short. Not all games have proximity guard. In games like Tekken or Injustice, you can always freely move unless your opponent's attack actually made contact with your body. As a reward for sticking around to the end of this video, I'm going to show you some of the biggest offenders right now in Street Fighter 6 when it comes to proximity block, so stay tuned. I'm going to slow it down here to 50%, and I want to show you what exactly we're talking about here. So given that definition that we just went through a second ago in the fighting game glossary, we're going to look for normals that force Ryu to guard when we press them, okay? So what we're going to do is put ourselves in the corner. I'm going to record Ryu to press 2 jabs, and then after he presses those 2 jabs, he's going to walk backwards. What I'll do first is I'll pick M. Bison. So as I press this normal, you'll see this gray box come out, and what I'll do is I'll pause this here. So this is the proximity box right here. What happens is Ryu will stop in place and he can press buttons, but he can't walk away from it. So he is literally stuck to the floor while this move comes out. Okay, so I'm gonna press, this is Bison's stand heavy punch, okay? And every time I press it and I walk towards him, it should stop him from moving, okay? So a good way to see this in front of you is to pick whichever character you play and go into training mode, set Ryu to jab twice, and then walk backwards. And you can kind of see, with even if you don't have the mod installed, which of your normals will force Ryu to stop or stand in place. The reason I'm telling you this is not so you fight it mentally, okay? You need to know that this exists. Knowledge is power, but the key is how we use that knowledge. The point is to allow you to use this in your training. This move is exactly the same. So when Akuma is in range, you cannot walk out of this move. So this allows him to walk back and get whiff punishes in places where other characters cannot. Keep in mind that some of these moves do have proximity guard on them, and when you're playing her and if you're trying to stop people from walking away, you can use that to your advantage by working out which of her normals might have the most on them to stop people from just, you know, mindlessly holding back against you. So again, if we're talking about Zangief here, stand heavy punch probably has the most forward advancing proximity block. Headbutt could potentially work. What's going on, guys? I see you guys in the chat, and not to pick on Juri because our last video was about helping a Juri player out. So if you get an air trade with Juri and you're Geef and you have very slow walk speed, because we do, and you hold back, but you're not holding down back, you will get clipped by this button. It happens to me all the time. If you are in this range here and Ryu presses this, looks like round about the 20-second frame. If you're in this range right here and you have not done something, either neutral jumped or thrown a fireball or what have you, you are going to get hit by donkey kick, and it goes almost full screen. So what's the take home here? You understand proximity guard, you understand how it works, you understand why it exists. A lot of anime fighting games, Tekken as well, Injustice as well, do not have proximity guard, and they are active offense and defense, and that's fun, but Street Fighter has never been that game. You understand what you can do when it comes out, and your options are drive impact, perfect parry, or standard parry or block, okay? If there's a specific move that you're getting blown up by that has a lot of proximity guard like that and you can't walk away from it, load up the training dummy, and you can even slow the game down for yourself and just start working on your perfect parries a little bit. I know it probably seems trivial to work on perfect parries, but trust me when I say your brain is capable of so much more than you give it credit for, and it will come out when you least expect it. The point being here, proximity guard is not necessarily an enemy, it's a chance for you to practice something new, all right? Leave me your comments down below, let me know what you think. If this is something that helps you, we can do more videos like this. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. A massive thank you if you stuck around to the end of this video. And like I said before, as a bonus, I'm gonna show you some of the biggest offenders with proximity block. So what we have Ryu set to do is to jab twice and then walk backwards for around 700 to 800 frames. So let's get into it.
Bruh.